Holy Michael, Holy Raphael, Holy Uriel, Holy Salater, the spirit of Enoch and wisdom of Solomon, and the obedience of Isaac unto the blessings of Abraham, according to the poet of Jacob, the act of Noah. I bring to you an important message this morning, which has to do with the central figure in the plan of salvation as concerns our cultural coexistence. I will not fail to draw your attention at Mr. Evans. Your direction of question and your intuition to learn and to understand the esoterics that were before the colonial masters' reign. And I want you to understand this is far, thousands and hundreds of centuries behind. It seems difficult that as an Igbo people or as blacks, we can no longer lay hand on the lyrics and esoterics of our ancients because we were invaded nation. We were invaded. Our fathers were massacred and our properties they carted away, destroyed. There is no longer antiquity nor anything that the present generation can look forward as a visible evidence other than the leftover ancient buildings. I have visited 1,000+ native doctors because I am one. This is my 21 years as a native doctor, and I did not go into trying to prepare charms for people to make money from me. No, I only went to study, to understand our culture, to be able to separate it from the present mentality of the world today. Now, Mr. Elvis, your question triggers this lecture, and I appreciate you for that. I say thank you for your time to watch, comment, and ask questions, and also contribute immensely to your thoughts, your opinion, and what you think is the right thing. That is a welcome idea. You are such people I need in this mission to bring about the accomplishment of what our culture holds. Mr. Evans, listen, I brought these materials here to show you, for us to make a little elaborate understanding of what the culture is and a people as a race. I will come from the little with the egg that you and I can see. This is the mystery of all mysteries, and I will begin the explanation from here. And by the time I finish, you will understand why the crucifix and what the crucifix stands for and who owns the crucifix. You want to know this man called Igbo, who is he? You ask me. You want to know, is the crucifix part of our culture? You want to know the present Hebrew and the Jewish intertwined belief, is it our culture? Let me open your understanding. I pray that the wisdom of the Father rest upon you today, and many others who have such questions and more. Let you receive this wisdom that today is going out of AMADIOHA. I have traveled to many states and continents of Africa and beyond in search of egg, trying to discover eggs all over the earth if it is the same. In Sweden, there is egg. In Europe, there is egg. In Jewish, there is egg. Everywhere in the world, there is egg. Is there any race that will come to say the egg belongs to them? Our own native egg, this is what I'm holding here, is our own native egg. Then go to another man's land, a native egg. It might be smaller. It might not be as big as this. It might not be as the same shape in size, but it's still egg. Right? Then you go to London, you see them bigger, but it is still egg. Even the artificial ones are still egg. What are the artificial ones? These breed eggs that we eat this day. These artificial eggs, they are not naturally produced, right, by a living animal in passing through the sexual process of production. Excuse me to say that as an egg, every race has egg. No race that doesn't have an egg in the environment. Good. If you understand that, you will understand also that every race, the whole world, understand that there is moon above. Whether you are black, whether you are white, whether you are Negro, whether you are Hebrew, no matter what you are all over the world, you can see the moon. You can see the sun. You can see the stars. You can see the rainbows. These are phenomena, elements, witnesses of existence of a being who have designed as an architect, a being who has tried to put these things together to form a thing that you and I can physically or materially feel or touch. No race can come out to tell you we own the moon. No race can come out to tell you we own the sun. No race can come out to tell you we own anything. It is there, naturally established for the good use of all. Both animal, plant, human, everybody enjoys these elements. Now, let us narrow it down to our culture. The crucifix, our ancestral existence. I will drop this to come to this. Permit me, brothers and sisters out there, my viewers, to note that we will advance in the future with a board to teach you to understand with lyrics, drawings of who we are. Crucifix is not owned by any tribe or people. Neither is it the make out of the room. No. Anybody that says that does not know the history of the true story. Now, I have traveled around the temples of people that call themselves spiritualists, native doctors, and what have you, in our cultural sense, that we sometimes call them dibia. Both dibia nyanzu, dibia ofala, dibia otinkuma, dibia mboro, dibia mboro, all these dibias, in their native strength and kada, I have visited all because it's my responsibility, studying to understand what it means when I was as curious as you are, Mr. Elvis. Now, what is the meaning of the crucifix? The crucifix, when you go to the temple of AMADIOHA, you will see these designs. It looks as if it is a cross. No, look at it very, very well. It is 4 triangles brought together. 490 degrees brought together. Watch it. Meaning the earth, the air, the water, and the fire. This is what this crucifix stands for. Representing the 4 elements. It's not, nobody owns it. And now this is the design our fathers used to explain, it was a prophecy given unto them that the offer they hold is a similitude of that which we born. They are that God that they are calling, but it will not be born among us, but it will be born in a foreign land. It's prophecy, and they kept these informations. Out of this, the square and the compass and the level came out. Now, if you separate it, you see what I'm telling you here. If you separate these four put together, you can now see this is 4 different triangles in separation. Bring it together, it forms a crucifix. This is where the idea comes in. It is a logorium explanation of our ancient existence, the black race, and precisely the motherland Igbo. To denote or to describe land, water, air, fire. Now, when this one triangle is drawn upside down, it means a different thing. When it's facing up, it means a different thing. When a line is crossing on top of the edge, it means a different thing. When a line is breaking down it means a different thing. These signs are found in the allegories of our ancient necromancy nostrums. That is who we are. So crucifix is what our fathers looked up to. They hoped up to it, that the light will come. The wise one, the chosen one is coming, who has the power to bind heaven, to bind waters, to bound land and the air together, to bring this element together. He is the man that has the power. We are expecting him. That is what the symbol means in the translated allegories of our forefathers' writing. Far before colonial experience. I have searched these records. I have investigated these records. Not just only investigating the records. I'm going to shock you with a secret because you have triggered something in me, Mr. Evans. Let me come back again. If you look at this structure, forgive me for I'm not too much analytics. I do not, I might not be too good in the drawing, but I want you to understand something. If you see these wrinkle symbols, if you visit our ancient fathers, if you visit our ancient fathers' temple, like Temple of AMADIOHA, I visited so many Temple of AMADIOHA that were destroyed, the remains, I have visited so many, examine what is there, to look into what I have been told, to make cross-references. Now, you see this design, they will use either by drawing it on the wall in the AMADIOHA temple or using the red mud to design it in circle like a way of a serpent crawl together. That you will always see that design. This serpent is what we call in our language ekeleburugu, which is the symbol. It's not just the serpent in the bush that they are referring to. No, they are referring to the rainbow above, that he is the spirit behind our culture. This is what this lyrics symbolizes. Now, the intertwined triangle symbol, the two triangles put together, and the snake drawn at the middle of it crossed over, meaning that this great wise man that will come will carry a cross of his crucifixion. So he is the symbol of the snake. Not that is the wisdom of our fathers. If you understand the way they reason, your understanding will be opened. Then you will see what we have seen. It's not by education. It's not because you went to university. No. If it were by the record available, we have nothing. We have nothing to defend our culture. But by the immense revelation of the existence of all existences, we are able to assess the ancient time. We are able to discover the ability of assessing what has happened centuries back. And that is what scientists will come to build a machine to do that. But with just a little egg or any other material, you can see centuries behind. And I told you that a spirit we are working with who claims that she is the daughter of God, the first daughter of God, the first woman that God ever gave birth as a spirit. Aduri Yafo, the first daughter of God. He has lived on this earth for 400 centuries. He said his father and mother is there. If he anything that he does not know to tell me, then he will go and ask his father and his mother. I've said this before. We didn't just come to tell you nonsense. We come to separate our culture, our existence, our peculiarity, and the gift of royal priesthood in us away from the filthy acronym of the religious in the world. That is who we are. That is the work we have come to do. We are not here because we want to marry interest. No, we are separating the interest. We are not here because we want to establish an understanding. No, we are here because we want to establish the truth as concerns us, our origin. Mr. Evans, do you now understand that it's today you were born to call it crucifix, but there is a name our fathers used to call it, Obe. But there is a name in our real language, in the symbolical writings that they used to call it. Then we have our name for egg, Apa. Which Apa? Oba kwa gazi, oba kwa koko, oba kwa dele, oba kwa boko, Apa bona apa, oba kwa agwo. Is it egg? Egg, yes. Is it snake egg? Is it vulture egg? Which egg is it? Egg. But we have egg. So now, if I find something, you presume that this is the egg that your chicken laid in your house. But you don't know the egg, but this is egg. So that is how it is in the crucifix. So we came up in the existence of today's world because we have been colonized and made to call these things. This is the name. David came to inherit from the father, just as Solomon also came to inherit from his father David. And now, the origin he cannot tell. All of a sudden, these things were taken away and then was seen everywhere in the world, being imitated in so many ways. Tell me. Let me draw you another symbol that our fathers used to know how they classify the enemy. The enemy of the earth, I have seen such similar symbol in Apostle Johnson Suleiman's logo. That is to tell you, yes, I can say that he is of either one word or the other. It's not of God. Yes, he's an agent of something. Let him come and tell us. Because look at how our fathers draw it. And triangle, halfway triangle, with an order of arrow inside, looking like a scepter of authority, of darkness, and closing thoughts. Something like this. Very similar. You also see such similar thing in the Rosicrucian order, but it is in the form of cross if you turn it upside down. Remember, I told you, if this thing is like this, if the staff is upside down like this, it's a different thing. If the staff is standing erect, it's a different thing. If the scepter is like this, it's a different thing. If the scepter is this way, it's a different thing. These are different dimensions of application in one thing. That doesn't mean it does not exist. So if you know this, you don't know this, you don't know this, neither will you know this. So in the four, you are in one cadre. But I am the bearer of the fourth seal of the Father today. That is why I am the high prince. Go and ask questions. So if whatever thing I teach you is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, Let us go back to our discussion. Now, you have understood this. You have understood this. This is how they describe the enemy that will be born on the earth. And whomsoever are using this logo, it has to do also with cultics, all these knights, Hare Krishna, Shiva. These are all their signs. So our parents, that this one is the anti to this. The wise one will be imitated. This is what, so they of the Pentecostal are the fake, or will I say manipulated Christian belief. Those are the catechism, the evil catechism. Those are Pentecostals. Now, what is church? Our fathers call church woman, man-made activity. Church room is a man-made activity. That is why you can see the woman jumping up and down at the altar. That is why you can see the man jumping up and down at the altar. That is why you can hear any kind of mess in the name of God at the altar. So one useless man was preaching and said that someone inherited his spirit. Say, you a stupid idiot. Who are you to inherit? We have not inherited even the spirit of Joseph for them. Even the prophet that served the prophet, what they give them is either their handkerchief or whatever they give them. So he has nothing to offer. What he will tell you that because you listen to him, you have inherited his spirit. You see how stupid these useless so-called men of God are. They keep the praise to themselves and not to the Father who has the praise. Useless people. Those are the counterfeit. Counterfeit. They look like it, but they are not it. Beware of them. These are the likes of Suleiman them. These are the likes of Ibiemi. These are the likes of Ezekiel them. I tell you, they might pronounce in your life it happen or whatsoever. That they have their way of doing their rubbish. But I tell you the truth. I have searched in the realm. They are all doing their private business. I want Oyedepo to tell me the name of the God that called him. Put aside the what Bible have written. Oyedepo, Ibiomi, Chibuzo, name all of them. I challenge you to tell me the name of the God that called you, if not a spirit you are working with. That makes you an woman, an Aguishi person. That is a marine activity. It's not from God. It is time we start exposing. I am here at the high place. I will expose you. I'm not here for your money. But if you come for money, I will still give you money. But we don't do dirty times like Okit or is making noise about it. Those are those end time, those perilous time people. What they make you to hope on is material possession. I park 1 million cars. To what end? To what end? Look at them. I line plenty cars here. To what end? Are you not stupid? If you said you are God to call you, and it's a gift. As people bring it, dash it out to other people. If you think you are lying it up, what are you with it? So that's not why we are here. But I'm separating our culture from the frivolous material things. Remember, it was these same material things that Satan presented to Jesus Christ, the Prince of the world. So look at the agents. Try to understand that the pastors are the agent of the Prince of the world who told Christ, look at the kingdom. I have this. Just bow down to me, I'll give it to you. That is what our uncle is doing. They give you a demon to bow down to. You are submitting, and in the name of that, they give you a okite for you to go and make money. No, it's not the okite. The okite is just the covenant, but your soul is trapped forever in darkness. This is the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. So you are languishing in your useless material possession. You are agent of darkness. You are destroying the youth. You are destroying the youth with your material engulfment. That is what makes you come out and be bad. Who cares about your nonsense material wealth? Who cares? What we are enjoying, look at you, threatening people that you are the one that give them money. If they don't bring you big car and they be present, you terminate it. Are you not stupid? Are you not useless in your sense? Don't look at an idiot. That is why we want them to go to school and understand that the culture is not something to do business with. is what we want to correct. We will not continue to encourage charm and believe that that is our culture. That is a separate thing. So let us keep the arrow straight. Let us point it out and know who we are in entirety. So it is the spirit of the prince of the world, of the material possession. If you carefully look into all Pentecostal churches, that is the same thing they do. Without that, you are money. In fact, salvation is not possible for you. Get out. You don't have salvation because you need money to pay for it. But they still don't know that the gospel is come and buy without money. It's a milk and honey without money. The message is the milk and honey without money. But they give you the message in a material world possession. If they don't preach wealth and prosperity, which you want to drive the next car, you want to be in the next private jet, you want to do anything for that, we have robbery and fraud everywhere because they believe the pastor is praying, they are contributing to our destruction. The pastor wants you to always get money. The reverend there wants you to get money. And when he get up there to talk, he talks rubbish. All his statement will center on material. No one teaches you a way to exaltation into that kingdom that you are going to. It's just material. It ends here. That is to say, all what you are doing ends here. It has no dimension. Now let me come and shock you. I will close with this. 7 dimensions I have traveled to discover these secrets. I was with AMADIOHA himself, who said, if there be anywhere there is a spirit or God, that they are his children. That is why he is called the King of Kings. This is what he told me. We conversed face to face as a man speaks with his friend. That is the God. And he said, I am the God of Abraham. I am the God Abraham saw. I am the God Abraham spoke with. I am the God of Isaac and Jacob. And upon this platform, you are also standing. I am telling you my conversation with him. I hold that at very, very high esteem. He said in the Bible, the Bible we read, he is the King of Kings. He didn't say he's Elohim. He didn't tell me he's Jehovah. He didn't tell me he's anything other than the King of Kings. And I asked, how does that relate us? He said, in our own tongue, he is AMADIOHA. He didn't tell me on it. This is just the two names. Even you are struggling me, this is the truth, the whole truth. There is no other name given under heaven that he will hear anywhere and he quakes apart from AMADIOHA. And he gave me this charge. Now let me separate it. There he now taught me that everybody on earth are his children. But he has a choosing covenant people, which are the Igbos, that we have gone away from our covenant with him. That is my mission to restore back. That is what makes the Igbo man different from every other tribe in the world. We are 7. It's a secret. So the mission we have come to is not because we want to make you possess. We want to make you find that narrow path of exit into that kingdom that you aspire after here. Listen, money will come. Listen, these material things is there. Forget that the system has placed us in a situation where we feel without these things we cannot survive. No, by and by, you are going to enjoy them. You're going to enjoy them. So why will you drag it by force? So when you begin to do charm because you want money, that means you're a greedy human being. You're not supposed even to exist here. If you go to do charm because you want to make money, that means you will be hypnotizing and be manipulating people for you to enrich your pocket. That is why the political system is this way. That is why we are suffering. Because of this useless okite here and there. Did you see it? That is our culture. We are separating it. And we are relating it together. We are relating it together. remember, our fathers foresaw and they wrote. So in the present, it is now fulfilling in the eyes of their children, descent. And now they no longer understand it because their origin has been destroyed. Their foundation is no longer there. So tell me how these people will understand who they are if not someone teaches them. And that is why AMADIOHA have sent me to come and teach you these principles and help you understand it. So the crucifix is a combination of the air, the fire, the earth, and the waters. That is the 4 triangles that were brought together like this. That is what crucifix is. Did you see the secret? That is also the idea in the sword of war, not the straight sword. Okay, all right. So this thing, symbol of the devil, or the other language, the darkness in this direction, can be represented by a sword. So you see those men parading themselves with a sword, including the night. I have been saying this thing. AMADIOHA told me the night is the darkness we are looking for. Whomsoever that belongs there should not be trusted for anything. I've been saying this. I've been shouting it. As far as you are a night, you must be compromised.